I'm Dr. Duncan, and this is perhaps one of the oldest surviving types of musical instruments in the world. It's still a little new compared to many of the others, but its basic design goes back for century upon centuries. This, of course, is a guitar, but it's based on a system where you have equal lengths of strings from here to here, where the thickness of the string changes the pitch. Now, back in the ancient days of Greece, the instrument was called a lyre, or a kithara, a larger version. And that instrument could only play one note when you plucked that string. And Greek poetry was recited over that. And it sounded pretty good. Somewhere along the line, somebody came up with the idea that, hey, it would be nice to be able to shorten the string. So they added what we call a fingerboard. And in the guitar, the fingerboard has been changed to have these little metal pieces here called frets. And the frets make it very easy. All you have to do is get your finger down behind the fret, and the fret works for you. Effectively, the fret shortens the string. And as we know, the shorter the instrument, the higher the sound. And now you also know why mine has a cutout here to make it possible to reach those upper notes. Well, the guitar can go up and down the fretboard on any one of the strings. Or we can go across the fretboard. Now, that's not a particularly great sound. It's not a bad sound, but it's not a particularly great sound. But when you put your fingers in the right places and you strum across the entire guitar, you get what we call a chord. And chords make great accompaniments. Of course, if you stayed on one chord all the time, it'd be a little boring, so you have to change them every so often. The neat thing about the guitar is it can either play chords and support someone singing, or it can actually play melodies all on its own. And as guitar players get better and better at what they can do, they can play a melody and an accompaniment at the same time. The coolest thing, though, probably, in my opinion at least, about the guitar is how portable it is. You could play all of those notes on a piano. The piano can play all the notes the guitar can play. But you really just can't pick the piano up and take it camping with you. So the guitar found its way to Texas via Mexico. The Mexican vaqueros, the cowboys, carried the guitar with them because there was no radio to listen to. So they played music for themselves. And Spain had a long tradition of guitar playing, brought it with them to Mexico. The Mexican cowboys brought it to Texas. And the Texans overheard the guitar played there and went, wow, that really sounds nice, and we've had guitar ever since. It's become a main part of our pop music industry. There are a number of different kinds of guitars, and I bet you all know that electric guitar is really important. Well, this one is a classical guitar. It has nylon strings, which mean they don't hurt my fingers when I pluck them. So I can do a lot of things with the plucking of the strings very nicely. But I'll let you in on a secret. This one cheats. Down here at the bottom of my guitar, where you think the little deal is to put my guitar strap on, look and see. There's a 1/4-inch jack. Inside this guitar is a built-in pickup, so that if I would like to play this guitar through an amplifier, plug it in, plug it in, and away I go with an electrified acoustic guitar. The two main other types of guitars that we have today, we have a guitar that looks much like this one but has steel strings. That's called an acoustic guitar, sometimes called a dreadnought because they got bigger and bigger so they'd be louder and louder. And lots of people in country music play dreadnought guitars. And of course we have electric guitars. And electric guitars don't have to have a box like this to make the sound come out because they're doing it electronically. But even today, some electric guitars have a box so that you can hear the sound even without them plugged in. It makes for just a more fun sound. The guitar is an extremely flexible instrument, can play virtually any style of music you want to hear, from classical music through rock and roll, rhythm and blues, hip-hop, jazz, you name it, it can play it. I hope you'll give some idea, maybe at some point in time you might want to consider picking up and playing a guitar.